Gregory Rodriguez gets a big win over Dusko Todorovic via unanimous decision, man. I don't want to say I told you so, not to you, AJ, but just to everybody. Listen, man, this dude Rodriguez is legit, man, like super legit. And I don't know, AJ, if you were true to your word and you were really throwing things at the wall, screaming at the TV when you saw Dusko chin sky high, refusing to put his guard up, man. But it kills me, man. I'm a big fan of this dude, and I would love to see hands up to the chin. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's too difficult of a proposition or not. What do you think, AJ?
I mean, I was Derek because he learned that he needs to keep his hands high because before he was keeping his hands down by his hips. But what I really wanted to see was him keep his hands as high as Rodriguez was. Rodriguez had his hands up literally above his hands the whole time. No matter when they come in, he was protecting all the shots, firing off. And Rodriguez looked more technically sound. Sure, Dusko, like I said, I saw him come out and his hands were at least kind of around, lower chin area, but higher than his hips before. So I was like, okay, at least happy. But then I started realizing you can't teach an old dog new tricks, or you can't break an old dog's habits. And Dusko just kept pulling back on his shots. Every time that Rodriguez would throw anything, he just kept, pulling back, straight back, super flashy. It looks good. Well, when punches keep missing, whiffing by you. But, at the end of the day, the dude is more technically solid. You can't be doing that against such high class caliber of opponent, So I was not as upset because, like I said, the first time I've watched Dusko fight, he has great hands, but he keep his hands by his hips. This time he picked him up a little more. I just need to see it a little bit more, But I don't know, man. What was your takeaway?
I mean, the takeaway was that Rodriguez couldn't miss with that right hand, man. It was just Todorovic like what I learned is that Todorovic truly does have a legit chin. And what does this say about Punahele Soriano's power? Like, what does that say about that? Because Soriano was able to just put him out, and Rodriguez was landing that right hand over and over and over again. This is ultimately my thought process behind this, man. Rodriguez just fought 2 weeks ago, man. He just won an LFA title like 2 weeks ago. Took this fight on short notice, and yeah, Todorovic, he was already, gearing up for a tough fight, but this sets you back, man. This sets you back far. This dude gets his UFC debut win over you, and then basically goes to say, like, all right, Rodriguez post-fight was like, yeah, like, dude's a tough kid, man, but I already knew that I was going to get this dub, you know what I'm saying? And, like, to do that over a dude who's already been in the UFC, a dude who's, these Siberian cats, man, are legit. I don't know. Rodriguez is just super legit. And that size difference. I think it was the issue, though, one of the things that I noticed was the reach of Rodriguez. On paper, I think he had a 1 inch reach advantage, but when Dusko would pull back, it feels like he would have the timing for somebody with a little shorter arms, but Rodriguez's arms were just long enough to be able to just go right over the top every single time, right? So not only does Dusko need to work on that chin, man, but that grappling of Rodriguez was incredible, man. This dude was judo throwing this dude all over the place, man. And Rodriguez, like I told you, his grappling is his go-to. Like, that's the thing he's known for, which is why the striking is so much more impressive. But nonetheless, man, listen, that's, winning the UFC debut after that LFA title, man. Big things on the horizon for Gregory Rodriguez. And this is also his first decision win since 2019, man. This dude knocks out everybody. And I think 4 out of his last 5 wins have been via knockout, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I just want to ask you this, man. Give me a prediction right now for Gregory Rodriguez. Do you think this man is going to be a real deal contender in the middleweight division? Like, his grappling is scary, and that's the reason why, for me, I'm like, this dude is going to really make some noise. What do you think, AJ?
I 100% think so, Derek, because he's young. He might look old. Even Michael Bisping made the joke in the thing. He looks 50 years old, and he does. He looks a little older, but he's only, if I'm not mistaken, 32 to 34.
He's 29.
This dude can be a real deal contender because he's big in the division, too. He not only outclassed Dusko in the fight, but he outsized him. Yeah. And he was pretty quick, too. I don't know who you'd give the speed advantage to. That one is probably the closest aspect of the entire fight. But power, size, technique, man, Rodriguez is legit.
Absolutely. He's 29 years old. And listen, man, his speed is a real deal problem. I do think he's kind of slow for the division, to be honest, but the timing makes up for it. Nonetheless, yeah, this dude looks 50 years old, man. But he looks like, it was one joke that was saying that Gregory Rodriguez looks like he could be Gilbert Burns' long lost father or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, huge win for Gregory Rodriguez, man. Huge.